Hey everyone, Bob Thibodeau here. Welcome to another interview or another session, question and answer session of Ask Bob. This session is designed to answer your questions about podcasting. Now, I've been asked before, what kind of podcasts are the most popular? What format should I use? Well, podcasting basically has become the modern day version of the blog. And when blogging first started, it was a way for aspiring writers to bypass the quote unquote traditional way of communicating with readers. The old method of submitting numerous manuscripts to magazines and newspapers and outlets and hoping for the best, right? Then when finally getting something published, hoping that it would become popular, that the readers would just want to communicate with them and that they'd become famous and their writings would continue to grow. And well, all that was revolutionized by blogging. Bloggers could post content on their websites and make it available instantly to the world. Through the development of the RSS feed, those people who enjoyed the article of a particular writer could be notified basically almost immediately of new content. Well, the podcast is really the audio version of the blog post. It has offered the opportunity for the normal, average, everyday person to become a radio star or a disc jockey if they want, something that only a small percentage of people could ever have hoped to accomplish before. With almost 25% of the people in America consuming podcasts at least 2 to 3 times a week per statistics, many wonder if they should embark on a podcast adventure. Well, my recommendation, absolutely. If you have something to say, to teach, or to share, do so. And podcasting is an excellent way to do that. So the question for today is, what kind of podcasts are the most popular? Over the next few episodes, I'll be giving you the most popular methods of podcasting in use today. Now, there may be a couple of others that are used, but not that popular, but I'm just going to focus on the major ones. And for a quick summary, and remember, this is only a summary because beginning with the next episode, we go into detail. You can also find the types down below in the show notes, but basically they are the one-on-one interview, the sole commentary interview, a panel discussion, a storytelling podcast, a fictional storytelling podcast, and a hybrid podcast. What do those mean? Well, you're going to find out beginning on the next episode. So if you find these videos helpful, give us a rating and a comment down below because it helps others to find this information on social media as well. And thank you for in advance in helping me to get the word out about this podcast program. Now, over the course of these videos and articles, I want to answer any questions you may have concerning podcasting. And you can leave your questions in the comment section below. But a better way of communicating with me and making sure I'm able to see your questions rapidly is by using the contact form on my website. Go to podcast-training.com/contact or podcasttraining.com and just click the contact button up in the menu and fill out the form and be sure to send me your questions. Now, if your question is used on this podcast, I'll be giving you credit for bringing it to our attention and you'll receive a free download of my book, The Complete Guide to Podcasting. That's a $37 value, and you're going to receive it absolutely for free just by asking your questions for this podcast. And they're being selected to be used on the Ask Bob program. Now, if you include your website or your podcast information, I'll reference that as well when I do the podcast recording and put your information in the show notes for the podcast. Who knows? You may see some increased traffic to your website, your podcast, your order forms, whatever, just by asking a question. If I get asked the same question, the first person to ask it will be the one getting the credit. So if you have a question, don't wait. Ask today. Just go to podcast-training.com/contact and fill out the contact form. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you're notified when a new episode is published. And we'll talk to you tomorrow as we get ready to answer your questions of what kind of podcasts are the most popular. See you then.